Joined now by my Radio Row neighbor. His desk is right there. He is John Nabors, Natty State Sports.
So no pun intended on the neighbor thing.
A little bit.
Right.
A little bit of a pun.
Nice.
So we're going to talk Arkansas, but night 3 of SEC Media Days means karaoke night. And I think we nailed it.
Dude, I think we get better every year, to be honest.
I think that we deserve record contracts. I was upset that we didn't get a record contract in Nashville last year.
I know. I'm hoping that at some point in time, one day it's going to happen to where they're going to be like, man, the way you sing karaoke and the way you guys do it, we need you to be on it, like Taylor Swift type stuff. It's going to happen one day. It
is, and I mean that's the most important part of this event anyway. We can sit here and Sam Pittman can stop by John's desk, and I can get Carson Beck and record him properly, but that's the most important part.
Yeah. Like, who cares about Arkansas? I mean, really,
you do, because that's how you make your money.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
All right, let's talk Arkansas. I think everyone looks at Arkansas and thinks Sam Pittman, hot seat. Okay, that he has to win. That is, without a doubt, if you send a press release saying we're committed to Sam Pittman after last season, that means you're committed until September, right? How does he get off the hot seat?
Man, I have been thinking about this for so long, and this is the weirdest year I think I've ever had going into Razorback football, where this is the least excited I can ever remember fans being.
Well, everyone's got basketball to worry about.
Yeah. Thank goodness for something at least. But it's but with Sam Pittman, even in the Chad Morris era, which as bad as it was, he was only there 2 years. So at least, and he had that great recruiting class, so people are still trying to convince themselves it's going to work out. But this is the year where Razorback fans just aren't excited.
Yeah.
And I've looked at it as, with the schedule, I think Arkansas is going to be a better team than what they were a year ago. But if Sam Pittman truly wants to be the head coach and continue to be the head coach and not be on the hot seat, as you put it, to me, you got 7-5 has to be the minimum. Even going to a bowl game 6-6, it sets you up to have a losing record, because if you lose the bowl game, put you at that. But I think 7 wins, you have to get there.
So, and we've talked about this. The schedule makers in the SEC for the last decade have hated Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever they did, whatever Arkansas did, whether it be Jeff Long or the Petrino thing or whatever, schedule makers have hated Arkansas.
It's the greatest rivalry in the conference.
It is. It's a great rivalry. And Arkansas wins this year. They won that game.
I'm thinking, I keep hoping, and I wanted to talk to Greg Sankey about this, Mick. Did this make up for the COVID year when...
Oh, my God, your COVID year.
It was Sam Pittman's first season. He had no spring practice, and you got a 10 SEC game schedule, and it's like, okay, Arkansas, you're 8 regular already games there. How about this? We're going to give you Georgia and Florida. On that,
and Georgia to open the season. In Little Rock.
Yes, and in Florida, who ended up with Dan Mullen being one of the better teams in the SEC.
They went to the SEC championship game.
So it's like, oh, thanks. So, yeah,
appreciate it.
I'm hoping that this is making up for it, because this is the first time I can remember. It's not easy. There's no such thing as an easy SEC schedule. It's easier than what it's been in the previous years.
Well, and that's the thing, too. You look at Arkansas, you look at Texas A&M, it's like, okay, the schedule's easy. And then you look at it and you're like, all right, it's not really, but whatever, but it'll be fascinating. All right, so KJ's gone, Kevin Green in, Boise State, he had some success. It wasn't a stable career at Boise State because he was in and out of the lineup, whatever. What can he do in a Bobby Petrino offense? Is he set up to succeed in a Bobby Petrino offense?
I actually think he is.
Okay.
I mean, give credit where credit is due, not only Petrino, but also to Sam Pittman when the offense was terrible last year. I mean, the offensive line was garbage, which is so weird seeing a Sam Pittman. Yeah,
right.
It's like seeing Nick Saban have a bad secondary. It's just weird. It just doesn't exist. So it's only going to get better. But they changed it. They literally were like, all right, let's get people that need to go out, and let's bring some people in. I think the offensive line is going to be the most improved unit on this team, because not only are you able to get some guys like Addison Nichols from Tennessee transferring in, you got Fernando Pomona, who came from San Jose State, was one of the better transfers or higher-ranked transfers in the offensive line. That's going to improve. But then you have a hopefully healthy Luke Haas, who was a freshman last year, broke his collarbone in the A&M game. But against LSU down in Baton Rouge, he had a game. That guy's got a Mackey Award-winning type of game to him. Throw that in. You got Jaquindon Jackson, a transfer running back, and all the wide receivers returned last year. So I think he's got the pieces. I think he's got the weapons. It's just going to come down to, can the offensive line be improved where they block for him correctly and give him time? They do that with the Petrino mentality of the offense. I don't see any reason why Arkansas, top 3 offense in the SEC, no, but top half SEC offense, absolutely.
What's the dynamic with Petrino? Because, like, honestly, when there was a rumor, it was not official. When it was a rumor, I was like, what the hell? Like, that is the most bizarre thing I've ever. Because, I mean, look, first things first. It was a motorcycle crash, kind of. You don't look like Petrino did from a motorcycle crash.
Yeah.
But the scars from that have lasted for so long, not just because of the off the field stuff, but Arkansas was so damn good.
Yep.
And John L. Smith comes in, and it's like that thing just goes bam off a cliff. And I mean, even Brett Bielema, he had a couple of years, but it didn't recover.
No.
Is this going to work from a personality standpoint?
It is. If it was ever going to work with Petrino being an offensive coordinator, I actually think it's going to be with what Arkansas is doing, and not because of like Arkansas has some great setup, but it's because unlike last year with Petrino at A&M with Jimbo Fisher, Sam Pittman has literally said, "Hey, this is your offense.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Sure.
Go get your quarterback, run your plays, run your lingo.
Yeah.
It's yours." And so if it's going to work, which I think it will, I actually do think it will. It's going to work with Arkansas because it's going to be a Petrino offense. He's going to make the play calls. Sam Pittman will have the final say, but that's what's going to happen. And just looking at it in spring practice when I got to watch him, it just looks so much more organized, more crisp. Yeah. There's an expectation, and I really think it's going to do well. And also for Razorback fans, it's going to provide a little bit of closure.